Sigmund Freud is obviously a big name in the history of psychology, and I think in some respects his legacy has left us with some positive things, and in other respects I think it's done us a bit of a disservice. His model of the idea of us having an id and an ego and a superego, and his description of what those things were, left us with this idea of us having within us this lurking energy that could erupt and disrupt and change and destroy our lives, which is not a particularly positive thing. And without even realising it, I think it becomes part of our culture to think that our problems are a reflection of some aspect of ourselves which is bad. And over the years that I've been doing therapy, I've come to believe exactly the opposite, that no matter what you're finding yourself doing in your life that isn't serving you, however disruptive or destructive your behaviour is, I believe that unconsciously it still has a positive intention for you. That it's trying to find some way to serve you, it's just doing it in an inappropriate way. And that's usually because it's misunderstood or mislearned something when you were young, and it's continuing to use that misunderstanding in present situations. So an example might be of where because of early experiences you fear being rejected. And because of that fear of rejection, when you go into a relationship, you're in protection, you're scared of being hurt. And so your unconscious develops behaviour that it intends to keep you safe from rejection. So you might become overly clingy, you might be demanding, you might go the other way and be jealous or defensive. And it's just trying to keep you safe from being rejected, and yet actually what it does is create the opposite of what it intends, and usually causes the relationship to break down. So the behaviour within the relationship has a positive intention, the result is a negative. And that's really what I mean when I say that all behaviour has a positive intention. And when we as therapists are listening to people, that's what we're exploring. How is this present thing that is interrupting your life, whether it's a fear of failure, where it's a limiting belief about what you're capable of doing, and it just feels like there's so much more within you that you really wish you could bring out, and yet something stops you. What's stopping you is your unconscious fearing what would happen if you did that. And it's just making a mistake. So if you come to see a cognitive hypnotherapist, we can investigate exactly how that mistake occurred, and we have a range of techniques that will enable you to undo that, to actually let go of that limitation, and begin to find that the actions that your unconscious mind is creating for you are driven by growth rather than protection, and you end up with the outcome that you want. In relationships, you find the intimacy that you need. In life, you find the fulfillment that you seek. We get what we want when we know what we want, and when our unconscious mind is aligned, and we can help you with that.